recording?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hello.
followers,
This
what do we call you? I know the Cowsills call theirs castees, podcast castees,
the Monkites.
the monkeys, the monkeys' uncles, something like that. Anyway, it's after Christmas. It's just a little after New Year's. We have a dog as usual. Oh man, yeah. And is Lila even still in the picture?
No.
Okay, well, we'll take care of that later. Anyway, a terrific Christmas, very sad New Year. And Jimmy Carter died too. So, I don't know. Ever maybe we're not in the greatest mood right now, but we still have our family and our pups, and we have our health.
Yep.
So, we are looking forward to doing the best we can with what we've been dealt here in 2025, and there are some encouraging signs. We're shopping our album to hopefully be on a label, and we've got maybe a nibble here and there. We'll see how it goes. But how about you kids here? Anything you want to lift off with here as we launch into 2025?
We're excited to play again.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have our first show, February 21st?
February 21st at Wake Forest Listening Room.
And
I
then
think that's an
night,
evening. That's an evening with Secret Monkey Weekend.
And then the following night,
the cave.
Show at the cave.
Yeah, you're gonna have to speak up a little more, little munchkin here. You're not a munchkin, are you?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry I said that. But anyway, I actually have my reading glasses on. I think I need to put my business glasses on. Well, let's get this right. This is a professional podcast after all.
Very professional.
Yeah. So yeah, we are playing March 20th, which is a Thursday at the Pinhook with the Mad Starlings. Our great friends from Durham. They're a family band as well. Three brothers. They were formerly known as Gravity's Pull, and we played with them. My old band, The Ruins, played with them at the Cave back in the 90s. I was going to say like maybe 97, something like that. And we've just become friends with them. And there's my wife sneezing. Okay, you feeling better? We're all back. Lila had a sneezing emergency. We've got dogs in the room. We have dogs on the porch trying to get in. We just don't know what the dogs want, but we're trying our best to keep them happy.
I mean, that's the point of our whole lives, right? Whole point of our whole lives.
Yeah, keeping the pups happy. So, Lila, tell me a little bit about your art. Yeah, I understand you gave out some really wonderful artistic gifts
for Christmas. I mean, I don't know what much to say about it, but I've been doing a lot of painting recently. If you want to check out some of my art, it's on my Instagram at Trepidation Johnny. Not to self promote, but
right. Yeah. Is it any of it for sale?
No.
Okay. So Lila's doing art for art's sake, and Lila can be found on Instagram at Trepidation Johnny. Is that JOHNNY?
Just one N. I'm
just
sure.
one N.
Johnny, JON.
JOHNY.
Trepidation Johnny with one N.
Yeah.
Great. And this is Claudine, who, doesn't want to be upstaged by Chester. We adore her. We always like to claim that, and I think truthfully, that we're the one band that takes the stage every night with the most dog hair on our bodies, and cat hair too, if you want to get technical.
Truth.
Yeah. So, and we're happy about that. Just remember, if you hug us after the show for the post-show meet and greet and hugs, you're going to end up with some animal fur on you.
Yeah.
But this is one of our coldest nights of the year. As of right now, it is 27 degrees and heading down. What time is it? 11:09 p.m. So yeah, we're going to get into the mid to low 20s tonight. Just hoping our pipes won't burst, but we'll do the best we can. Anyway, just wanted to pop in briefly. I know I'm doing all the talking. I really wish y'all would just run with it. I'm just going to back off. Y'all run with it for the next couple minutes here.
Okie dokie. Well, Ella, do you have anything to say? Anything new?
Nada.
Yeah. Anything new with me? All I do is I read my books, I clean my house.
How many books did you read in 2025? This is going to blow
You mean
your mind.
2024?
2024. How many books did you read, Ella?
123.
Oh my God. I don't think I've read 123 in my life.
Yeah,
And I love to read, but I don't read that fast.
yeah, I read quickly. So it's the most calming thing in my life, I think, to read a book.
Good. Well, when I first met you at age 8 or 7, you had like one of the latter Harry Potter volumes under your arm at the Blue Note Cafe, I think, or maybe at some gig.
Yeah.
That their dad and Matt and I had. And I thought, oh my God, what is a kid doing with a book so large? And that's life with Ella. Reading something rather ambitious.
Yeah.
And Lila, I've seen you reading some pretty marvelous things too.
Thank you.
Like, let me see if I can remember. Pilgrim. What's his first name?
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. And what's the rest of the title? What was the film?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, one of our favorite movies.
But the graphic novel.
Yeah, and I gave Lila a graphic novel for Christmas one year. Oops, there's some growling, angry dog. It was the Gilgamesh with graphic novel by Kevin Dixon and his father. I guess he was a professor of literature. And do we ever get him to sign that?
No.
Yeah, Kevin is in the band Zen Frisbee and Shark Quest, I think maybe.
We saw them at the Carolina beach on a pier, and they were making the pier shake with how hard they were rocking.
That's right. It was like all of Carrboro and half of Durham were on that fishing pier at Carolina Beach, watching Zen Frisbee play. That was about 3 years ago. That was a highlight of that summer for sure. If you're watching this, the Tiki Bar people, we want to play there. So hook us up in 2025.
We want to go to the beach.
It's not too far from our uncle's house, so we at least have a place to crash.
We'll sleep on the beach.
Yeah, we'll sleep on the beach. But yeah, we want to play in New York this year. I'm thinking really hard of trying to get us to New Orleans this year. We'd like to go further west. We've only made it to the North Carolina mountains. But yeah, Tennessee, Knoxville, Memphis, that would be fun. What about we haven't even played the coast yet, have we? Except for the family reunion we played in New Bern.
So, no.
Yeah.
Right?
We've not played on the beach.
We've tried to play North Carolina coast, but we just can't seem to break through. But maybe this is our year.
No.
I don't know if I'd play a family reunion again.
Really? You didn't enjoy that?
Just not a lot of people paying attention.
Huh?
Not many.
Well, I will say that I have to say I do have video of us playing and cousin Carol Hart dancing with maybe another cousin or maybe his wife, for all I know. But all I know is we had a few people dancing and I felt good about that.
Yeah. The only thing I disliked is I don't like bringing our own PA. That's like the worst thing.
Well, you realize that was one of the easiest PA gigs we ever had. We played through a very small, almost as what I'm holding right now, like the size of what is this?
Bread box.
Vocals ran through that little thing. It was an acoustic guitar amp, like a PA in a box. So that was easy. We don't mind doing that. But that usually means we're playing a library or something like that. Yeah. By the way, I'd like to say what we got for Christmas, which was pretty nice. I was wearing it earlier. I got one of these hats. If you're from North Carolina, you call these things toboggans, or as my mom calls it, toboggan. Knit cap. Did I get this from one of your friends?
Yeah. One of my friend's grandmothers knit it.
Might
Yeah.
be crocheted. I think it's crocheted.
Is it crocheted?
Might be crochet.
I think.
Well,
it's,
anyway,
Yeah.
I bought one for myself as my Christmas gift to myself, and it was a Smithereens knit cap or beanie. I don't like calling them beanies, but it seems like everybody's website calls them beanies. A beanie to me is like a little hat with a
Propeller hat.
propeller on the
Propeller.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like Beanie and Cecil, which was a 60s cartoon. Um, and I think that was all the rage in the 20s too. Like people in fraternities would wear those. You look it up, it's true.
Big old
Like-
lollipop.
College beanie from
Tricycle.
1920s.
You
Yeah.
know, what
I think there's a
college kids
Beverly
do.
Hills episode where like a guy like Jethro wore a beanie like that.
It's a similar hat, but they're not. There's no propeller.
Okay, well, I'm not lying. And also, well, that was a gift for myself, but I did get a really nice sweater. It's a cardigan, button up, and that's kind of my style. I'll wear that around the house and even when I go places. I don't like wearing jackets, you know, like suit jackets. I like wearing cardigans. And every year I get a cardigan. Got a nice scarf. I got the Paul McCartney Eye of the Storm, which is a photo collection of Paul McCartney's photographs that he took when they came to New York in '64 and DC and Florida, because they went down to play. Well, they were in the Ed Sullivan Show in Florida too, in Miami. And what about you? What did you get?
So I've really been into Fiona Apple recently. So I got a Fiona Apple CD. I like having CDs.
Is that from Aunt Judy?
Yes. So
Most of my gifts were from Aunt Judy. We don't really exchange presents, but Aunt Judy loves to give us.
Well, what did
stuff.
I get you?
Oh my God! Now you ask.
I got them I think the authorized biography of Jimmy Page.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, I'm still enthralled by Led Zeppelin after all these years.
Mhm.
Lila, how about you? What'd you get that was special this year?
I got some really nice stuff. I got
Speak up.
I got a sweater and some fuzzy socks.
Fuzzy
which are
socks.
Really nice for the cold weather.
Mhm.
And I got a Monster High doll because I'm big into dolls. And
Oh yeah. Did you ever get a bunny outfit like Ralphie?
no, I'm sad I haven't.
Anything even close?
No, if you ever want to, give gifts to Secret Monkey Weekend, you know what to get me.
A bunny outfit.
Bunny
Yeah.
outfit.
I
Make it
will wear
happen.
every day.
Lila will wear it on stage, I think.
I will.
And Lila,
Yeah.
actually, Lila, I really think this is true. Lila would wear a monkey costume on stage.
No, I would not.
You wouldn't.
Bunny's good. Monkeys, no.
You showed me a bunny, no, a monkey costume this week that I loved a lot. It was in a meme, and it was like I could totally picture you wearing
I
it.
would never wear that.
Okay,
Here.
I might wear it. Oh, you want to find it? You want to find that
Yeah.
picture? Yeah. Okay, that's a monkey. Let's get it a little closer. Yeah. I don't think I'll be wearing that. I think maybe you two could get away with it. But
No
oh,
way.
by the way, I've been saying that we're going to have some guests, and we're working on that. We've got someone we spoke with just this week. I kind of said it before in a previous podcast, but I'm gonna kind of just be quiet about it so it'll seem like a surprise when it happens. But we are actively scheduling another band to be on our podcast.
Yay!
Yeah, and I've been thinking about people. I'm actually thinking about having my own podcast outside of this. I want to call it Jefferson Terraplane. And, it's a
Yeah.
goofy but kind of catchy name, and it'll just be two guys talking. Maybe have a guest occasionally, but I have to give a lot of credit to Renee Coman from the Iguanas in New Orleans. He's got a podcast called
Troubled Men.
Troubled Men podcast, and between the Cowsills and Troubled Men, that's about all I listen to these days. I used to listen to a lot of political podcasts and some Baltimore Orioles podcasts and a Beatles podcast, but those are kind of slipping down. I needed a break from them. So right now it's my two favorite podcasts are Troubled Men out of New Orleans. Like I said, it's Renee Coman and Manny Chevrolet. as he likes to call himself, the future mayor of New Orleans. And Susan has been on there. Oops, did I let the cat out of the bag?
You did.
Okay, well, anyway, Susan Cowsills has been on that. In fact, Renee plays with Susan in her solo band. And I guess Russ is in that band too, her husband, Russ Broussard. Anyway, without getting myself into any further trouble, I will just say that I've got a few people that I've been thinking about getting on our podcast, and maybe my other one, the Jefferson Terraplane. I actually have the URL registered for that already. I've had it for a couple of years.
Wow.
JeffersonTerraplane.net. It's just I haven't really been able to nail down a co-host. I've got two possibilities. I did talk to Mike Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
Mike has entered I don't know if you call it podcast world, but it is have a video channel now. And his first video was him talking about his years at the Greensboro record store in Greensboro. And it was hilarious. Mike is a great storyteller anyway. Mike was in my Kinks band, my first Kinks band. Let's see, I'm trying to think how many Kinks bands I've been in with him. The Dedicated Followers. He was in my second Kinks band, which was called the Kinksmen, and that was with Ella's dad, Matt.
Lila's dad too.
Yeah, Lila and Ella's dad, Matt Brown.
Throwing Lila in the
Well,
gutter.
Matt named the band. We were trying to think of a name, and he thought it was like the Timsmen from Spinal Tap.
Mm-hmm.
And at least that's the impression I got. And when he said the Kinksmen, I just rolled over laughing, thought that's perfect. So Mike Nicholson was in that band too, on guitar. In the well-respected, in the Dedicated Followers, Mike was on bass, but Kinksman Mike Nicholson was on guitar. And then I had a third Kinks band. I might be the only person or have heard of in the,
I think the only person ever.
I was going to say blogosphere. What do you call it? The potosphere?
No one's ever said
podcast. That. Yeah, no one's ever said that.
Nobody
I'm coining a phrase. But to be in 3 Kinks bands over time, I guess it would be since 1996, because that's when we started that band. So it's going on 30 years. I've had 3 Kinks bands, and the last one, which we're on hiatus, and we have talked about getting back together and just doing some stuff for fun. But that one is called The Well-Respected Men. We lost our Facebook and Instagram accounts because somebody hacked us, or hacked Peter Hull's Apple. Peter had the account, and we lost it. Mm-hmm. So we'll start over, but we'll figure out a way. But that was with Andrew Snee and Jody Maxwell and Glenn Jones. And the last time we got together was they sort of played on a Christmas song that we did at Secret Monkey Weekend 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we did an instrumental version of Sleigh Ride, sort of like the Ventures did. Mm-hmm. And they all played some supplemental instruments. Peter played organ, Glenn did sleigh bells, Jody did some percussion, and Andrew did the second guitar. And that turned out so good. You can find it on our Bandcamp channel, and I think it's on our YouTube channel. And of course, if you're here now, we hope you will subscribe, because we enjoy making videos. And, this thing we're doing right now is just us yakking after watching an episode of Mad Men. Mm-hmm. This is how random and unplanned, at least what we do by ourselves, is. When we have a guest, we'll be a little more organized, I think.
Yeah.
We didn't even plan the film yesterday. Jeff just said,
Sorry.
Let's go. You were just saying, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And Lila was sitting over there with Claudine and Chester. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, they're all there. You can see them both now. Mm-hmm. This is pretty typical, sleeping on the couches.
Some people don't let their dogs up on the couches, but we couldn't if we tried.
Yeah, they would be very unhappy. Every dog's different. They don't seem to try to boot us off of our own couch, whereas our previous dog, the late Maybelle, much beloved and much missed, if she were ever on the couch, she would become territorial about it. So we had to actually forbid her from being on the couch. We would do things like at night, we would put chairs on the couch. So
Yeah.
you get the idea, like you're not allowed up here. So she was a good girl, and she eventually figured out that, she can't come up there. But these pups, we've had them since they were, I'm holding up my hand again like a breadbasket if you're just listening
2 months
and not
old.
watching. Yeah, since they were 2 months old, and they were maybe 12 pounds each, and now they're 75 pounds each after,
A year and
let's see,
a
they
year
were
and a
born in
half.
August. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
pretty close to a year and a half. Yeah. So they're pretty settled in. All right. So I'm just making sure my mic is still plugged in. We had a Zoom meeting earlier this week where I became unplugged. That's about it. We're going to, maybe the next time you see us, we'll have a guest. And again, look for me on my solo podcast, Jefferson Terraplane. I might try to get something going on that this week. And that'll be on the Jefferson Hart. I don't know if it'll be Jefferson Hart Music or Jefferson Hart YouTube. I'll figure out where it is and I'll let you know. I might even just start a new YouTube channel called Jefferson Terraplane.
Mm-hmm.
Silly as it is. Well, we'll see you right here again soon on this same monkey channel, this same monkey time. And I hope you have a fine January. Try to stay warm. Things are looking really rough out there. Let's see. I will tell you that this is early January. We won't say the specific date because it'll date what we're saying, but it's getting cold in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you're warm wherever you are.
So we got our hats on.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks again, y'all. And we will see you soon. And maybe we'll maybe try to add some music to this thing eventually. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.